Good morning, it's Saturday and I am here in Victoria on Buckingham Palace Road to go to the Swatch Christmas party.
Welcome to another episode of Toby Stupid Vlog,
which is around here somewhere, if only I can find it. Say that carefully, Victoria Flight Club.
Oh, it's me.
Great fun. I don't think I filmed a lot, but from what you saw, it's a really interesting place in terms of like a social darts club come bar, but you know, not like an old school darts club which is sort of smoky and old men in the corner on one dartboard. Lots of dartboards, all electronically measured using cameras, lots of different games you can play. It's really good fun. It's called, as I said, the Flight Club. There's a few of them. One I went to is in Victoria in London. If you get a chance, you should go. If you're at all interested in darts, or even, you know, the slightest passing enjoyment of it, it's worth a go. Anyway, that's the Swatchmas over for this year. I did win a Swatch competition as well, so there's a watch coming my way at some point. That's with the international part of the club. More on that later. And I do have another Christmas dinner coming this week. The RHP one on Tuesday. Look at the sunset. We've just been in the old ship here, having a bit of a Uni Reunion with babies. It's been very nice. Happy Monday. It's a beautiful day today, and because yesterday we spent all day in the pub, which sounds like much more luxurious than maybe it was. It was a good time. We, you know, had good catch up. You know, babies and that. And Ludlow. Anyway, so that was good fun. But today the weather's really nice again, which is amazing at this time of year. As you can see, look at the blueness. So we are going to risk going to Winter Wonderland this morning, so that hopefully Amelia can meet Father Christmas, which is obviously a big deal. Not so much for her. So that's the plan. So I'm just going to get some milk for her to travel with, and then we're gonna hit the tube. We have come into Hyde Park from Knightsbridge to head to Winter Wonderland with this munchkin there. So I thought it'd be asleep by now, but it's enjoying looking around the blue sky too much. Here we are in the Bavarian village, which is like, yeah, there's Mr. Sepp, he's weird and freaky. I mean, this is just all I need from life is the opportunity to have a bratwurst if I want one, and then loads of Glühwein opportunities, and the Schnaps dorsal. Excellent. It's just, yeah, and there's the Almhütte. This is the cable car ride. You just tell me what you think as we go, okay?
We hope you enjoy your time on the giant wheel.
Baby, look at the view. You can see where Daddy works half of the year.
All the Christmas songs.
What do you think, baby? What do you think of the view? There it is. Is it good? Such melancholy. Oh, Daddy, why did we come on this thing? This is so weird. It's just like that train he took me on. So look, it's the Bavarian village from above in all its Bavarian glory. Hi, good morning, just. So we've just been to Mortlake Health Centre, I think it's called. Anyways, we go to, they weigh your baby basically, A bit weird. You have to go somewhere to put a baby on some scales. But there we go. Health visitors don't do it in this borough at home. So, yes, we know how heavy Amelia is. Brilliant. She's perfectly normal. Anyway, Crystal and her have gone to meet a few people for lunch and see people at Crystal's office. So I'm going home because I've got a little bit of admin work to do around the documentaries I did earlier, and then I've got the afternoon to myself. It's the RHP Christmas party this evening, which is always good fun, and that's all I've got on today, so it's quite pleasant in a way. Tomorrow I've got a meeting, and that's about it. So I'm going to catch up on all the things I haven't done because I've been, baby daddying. It's weird being at home alone now, minus these minions here, but it's just slightly strange. This hasn't been the case for 7 weeks, and it's weirdly quiet, and you keep looking up and there's nobody there. They're on their way back now. It occurred to me in a strange kind of way that having a child and vlogging share a lot of things in common, and the biggest one of these is that you are constantly talking to yourself and nobody is answering you. And it's the same thing. And instead of having a blank expression, I just have my own face looking back at me. Anyway, it has been quite a productive day. I have done all the things I set out to do, so that is good. And I do need to think about getting changed and going to Teddington now. Say something profound. So fist bump. No. Okay. Oh. Hello, happy Thursday. I say happy Thursday because it probably won't be a happy Friday. So it's polling day here in the United Kingdom. That is British for voting day. And for the third time since 2015, in 5 years, we are going to try and elect a government that will govern. The irony is the only government that was elected with a proper mandate in the last few years is the 2015 general election when the Conservatives won a majority, which they then hastily squandered with a referendum that was fraught with lying and cheating, and then managed to cobble together another government in 2017 that they hastily squandered by screwing over, first of all, the general public, then their partners in their coalition, and then lost most of their MPs. I say most. They lost about 40 MPs because their policy was so stupid, and the Prime Minister is such a massive wanker. And then now we have another general election, which will almost certainly return some form of Conservative government again. My great hope is that it's a minority government. I think there's only an outside chance of that being the case. My guess is that there'll be a majority of... I keep changing my mind. 5 to 10. I think it's been overstated in the polls, but we never know. If that is the case, if there is a Conservative government, then without wishing to sound too melodramatic, I think that Great Britain as an idea that's been sort of around for the last sort of 300-400 years is broadly at an end. I don't think the union will hold. That sounds quite massive, but I think the Irish unification will come to the fore again, probably for the best. Scotland will not want to be part of this, and England and Wales as an entity is not that much really, especially when you don't have a seat at the table for either the largest trading body on our doorstep or any of the large other bodies that we've since pulled out of. Will ultimately sort of fade and become just like many other countries. We'll become a Belgium, if you like, except not in the EU. So imagine a country the size of Belgium not in the EU. Not very impressive. So, yeah, I'm kind of over it. I I don't feel like I have to live in this country. So if things turn out as I expect them to, then I won't. The thing that upsets me the most is not the results per se, but the fact that a group of people who have actively lied and cheated, as proven in a court of law more than once, will end up in power. And people do not care about that. That's not the kind of country I want to be a part of. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents. I don't think I have anything further to say on this. The only little bonus I might get is here in Richmond Park. It's a good chance that we'll get rid of Zach Goldsmith. I really hope we do. It might be the silver lining of quite a dark cloud, but we'll find out tomorrow. I've just been to the polling station, so I voted. And as I mentioned before, there's been a lot of voting in the last 5 years, and people do get genuine voter fatigue, and it's understandable, but it's also very easy to vote, and you don't have an excuse. And just saying they're all the same is both inaccurate and lazy. They are definitely not all the same. Now, that doesn't mean you like anything that they have to say, but that still means you can vote for the least worst option. When it comes down to it, if you think they're all terrible but one's slightly less terrible, do you want to live in a world governed by the most terrible? And if you don't, and you did nothing about it, who else do you have to blame? Hello, happy Friday the 13th. It's worth noting the election was a complete disaster for common sense and good governance. But time will actually tell what happens. I've got to try not to judge before, there's actually some policy. But I mean, my personal view is I don't think this will be good for the long-term future of the country, or the medium-term future, I should say. Long-term, the country always recovers from politicians, however terrible they are. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it anymore. I've had a reasonable conversation with a person of diametrically opposing views, and that has made me feel much better. And I've got work to do, and I can't change what has happened. You cannot control the past, only the future. And in Richmond Park, we have a great MP now. So there are small silver linings. And I'm German, so, I mean, ultimately, I don't have to put up with this shit. So there's always something. But anyway, I've got to go to London Live to deliver the programme that we made about the parade for them now. So that's where I'm going. Right then, I'm aware that I need to do a word of the week before I sign off. I've got one, and it's obvious. So the word of the week this week is the election. The election. In German, that is die Wahl. Die Wahl. And in Italian, it's le elezioni. Le elezioni. There you go, that's election in German and Italian. And that was this week's word of the week. And that is probably the last time I'm going to talk about politics for a very long time. Dark days ahead, but there's always light at the end of the tunnel, ultimately. I just need a break from thinking about it for a very long time. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week.
Toby